What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to our Daily Huddle episode number 41.
5 questions that you want to know and you want answers to. Tell me what your number 1 question is going to be.
Alright, so for those of you that have first joined us and never really heard about my Daily Huddle, give me a couple minutes and I want to share with you what our Daily Huddle is all about. So every day from Monday to Friday, I'm actually going to come on live to answer 5 questions, okay? It can be any questions about your business, about running your ads, about running your store, or you have a business idea and you want some advice from me on how to run your business. If I were you, then let me know by simply going to www.fredlam.com/ask. Now, once you're there, you simply have a form that you fill out. And once you actually have that in, we will actually randomly select 5 questions to actually have it featured every day, okay, as I come on live in our Daily Huddle to actually give you the answers that you'll need to actually get unstuck, or to actually build your business, to scale your business, or to actually simply sell out your business eventually if you want. So again, the URL is www.fredlam.com/ask. Now, if you want to actually find out what questions have been answered in my previous episodes, now we have done this over 40 times already. We've done 40 episodes already. And if you want to basically find out or basically see the answers to the questions from previous episodes, you can actually go to fredlam.com, okay, that's my website, fredlam.com, and you'll actually see all the questions there, okay? You can even do a search on searching for your question and actually have it answered. So you don't actually have to wait for me every single time to actually come on and have your question being featured. We document every single question and actually document every single answer, so people like you, if you just have something that you want to get an understanding or get an answer to right away, all you got to do is simply go to my website, www.fredlam.com, and you can find out exactly, alright, if that question has been answered, okay? Now, I do have to ask you, okay, we have been getting a lot of questions over and over again that is similar and is repetitive, and it will just basically, if I feature it all the time, it's just not going to be as great or giving you guys the knowledge that you need. So before you actually go and actually ask a question inside fredlam.com/ask, I do encourage you to go to my website and see if I actually answer a similar question before. Because if I have, then obviously I don't actually have to, number one, waste anybody's time here. And every single question I answer on a daily basis are going to be different and unique. So we have an archive of basically all the top questions that a lot of people have that basically they can go to fredlam.com to actually search for the answer themselves. Alright? So if you guys are excited about our Daily Huddle, put in the word love into the comment box, okay? I don't know why I came up with the word love, but I just want to come up with the word love, okay? And I see that I am a little bit blurry, so I'm going to fix my camera a little bit. Okay, that's a lot better. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, for some reason, I am lagging out a little bit. And I'm going to do some quick shout out to you guys. Yana said, "Hello Fred, so glad I caught online. Can you give some idea on precise targeting about makeup brush cleaners?" So again, if you want your questions to be featured, you gotta go to the URL, okay? I got Norma, I got Kroos, I got Eddie, I got Griselda, who's here every single episode. I love it. And on YouTube, I got a whole bunch of people. I got Diana, Falcel, Electronic Axis, Ramon, Jose, Michael, Design, Develop, Market, Boydie, Wikipa, okay, you know the old drill. I really suck at answering names and everything. So, anyways, with that being said, again, in our previous episode, which is yesterday, on episode number 40, I announced a free course, okay? It's an 8-part video training series where you're going to learn how to build a profitable online business using nothing but emails, okay? You're going to see all the step-by-steps, how to do it, what you need to do, what the business is about, and if you want to learn this, okay, I've teamed up with my mentor, Onyx Singal, who has done over $150 million online using this exact system, and I've been using this exact system as well to generate quite a lot of revenue on a yearly basis. And if you want to learn exactly how you can actually build a email business, okay, basically make money by simply just mining email addresses, all you got to do is right above this video on Facebook, click that link. Okay, it's tiny.ie/bootcamp, and if you are on YouTube, right in the video description below, you will actually see a link, and when you click on that, you will be asked to put in your information, okay? No credit cards needed, 100% free, just your name and your email address, and we will send you access right into the bootcamp, which is called the Digital Bootcamp, on how you can actually build a profitable online business using nothing but emails. Alright, so with that being said, let's kickstart our daily huddle for today and get questions answered. So, I'm actually going to pull up the questions. Hold on one sec. Alright, pull up the email for the questions. So, the first question of the day is by Gerard. I don't know why I can't pinch this thing. Okay, it's by Gerard Chandra. Alright, okay, that's what it is. So I don't think this is really a question. It was just a sentence saying hiring overseas virtual assistants and taxing/management of them. Okay, so obviously for you guys, when you first start, it is wise for you to actually have virtual assistants. I have a big team of over 30 team members. I should say it's 35 right now, and I even on top of that also have virtual assistants at the same time. Now, for those of you that don't know what a virtual assistant is, it's simply a team member of yours that is working from another place, and usually these places are basically in the Philippines. They may be in the other side of the country, or places where you can actually find talents or people that can speak fluent or type fluent in English, but they're not in basically North America, because as you know, when you actually start hiring team members, it does cost a lot of money. Okay, but when you first start out, it is wise for you to actually learn how to manage a team, learn how you can actually offload your task that you don't really require your time on, because obviously time is so important. You can actually hire someone at like $5-6 an hour on doing all these grunt work for you. Now, when it comes to outsourcing, there are several places that I always look at. The first place is Upworks.com. Okay, they're the best place to actually find outsourcers and also virtual assistants at the same time. Now, if you prefer basically finding people in the Philippines, which is very common, I would actually suggest you to go to onlinejobs.ph. Okay, it is a marketplace for all forms of virtual assistants. Now, if you want to find some like rock stars and think people that would actually be with your company for quite some time, there is not a hack, but a tip that we do. We actually go to Craigslist, and we specifically go to Manila, okay? Manila. I can't pronounce that place right. So it's the capital of Philippines. And we actually put a job post in Craigslist in Manila, because we know that if people that's actually in Craigslist searching for a job, we know that in English, obviously, we know that that person should be pretty fluent in English at the same time. Now, when it comes to taxation, I can't really give you any advice on this, only because I'm not a taxation lawyer, I'm not an accountant, so I cannot give you too much advice. But one thing that I know based on my experience is that if you are hiring a virtual assistant, it is basically an expense to your company. Okay, it is an expense to your company, and you basically mark it as a expense, really, on the expense line. That's really it. Now, when it comes to managing virtual assistants, here's the deal. Okay, I love virtual assistants, but you cannot depend or basically have your virtual assistant as a A-star player. Okay, so when it comes to scaling up a business, obviously team members are classified as A, B, and C. Okay, it's kind of like a report card in in high school or during college right now. So for virtual assistant, you can really never find A rock star. What you really find is like B, B minus, or C. because these people only can work based on what you tell them specifically what to do. They're not going to actually be creative and figure out a solution for you. Usually those are A players, right? Because those are people that usually get paid a lot more money and they drive your business forward. Now with virtual assistant, you're basically telling them a specific task that they need to accomplish on a daily basis. So for example, customer service is a very, very, very common one that people outsource to virtual assistants. Number 2, data management, really figuring out what is going on with your ads, what are the things that they have to look at, and you gotta be specific. For example, let's say that you're running an e-commerce store and you simply tell the virtual assistant and say that if the click-through rate drops to let's say 1% and the cost per acquisition skyrocketed to above 15, then it needs to bring up to my attention. So you need to actually give specifics when you are managing your virtual assistants, okay? That's what you want to do. And what I ask you to do, and it is ideal, is that every single day you do a daily huddle with your virtual assistant team. So you check in with them if there's anything that they need to bring it up to you or anything that you can actually assist them with when they are stuck at some point. It's kind of like the daily huddle that you and I are doing right now. These daily huddles are meant, okay, for me to check in with you, or for you, simply use it to check in with your teams at a virtual assistant. And it can be just like 15 minutes to 30 minutes max, so everyone is synced up, know what exactly is happening, so that there's no lost communication and you can still drive your business forward. All right, so that's what I actually suggest you guys to do, and that would be the tip that I would actually give you. All right, so moving on to the second question is by Marlene Johansson. She asked, can't find the Zeroup on Shopify. No matches for Zeroup. How about these awesome apps? So we actually do not list any of our apps into the store except for Pixelbay, okay? So if you're trying to actually get Zeroup Lite, which is my 10-part video training series, you gotta basically go to my Facebook group, okay, or my community called Starting From Zero, and in there, the first pinned post will give you instructions on how you can actually get my Zeroup Lite training. Now, when it comes to Zeroup, obviously, if you are a member, you will be you'll know exactly how to actually synchronize your store with our technology inside our members area. All right, so I'm not going to cover that a lot, and those are 2 steps depending if you're getting the Zeroup Lite or Zeroup alone. Moving on to the third question of the day is by Antonio Moraes. Okay, I'm really bad with names. Antonio asks, hello, Fred. I like to say you're the man. Thank you. You're the man, too. Now, to the question. Is it better to run an ad on Facebook for a specific product or specific products? Or create an ad of giveaway to invite potential customers and create a flood of traffic? What do you have to say about these strategies? See you in the next huddle. Great question that you brought up, Antonio. The answer is you want to basically structure your campaign to go after one single product, okay? Here's the deal, and this comes to all forms of online advertising. You do not want to distract your customers or your visitors on exactly what you have to offer. I see a lot of people that basically offer like a whole variety of stuff. And when you do that, what's going to happen? People are going to have problems on deciding what they wanted to buy, okay? So what you wanted to do is, your goal is very simple, okay? You want one product and you want a sale for that product. You don't really want to go into the market and advertise like 10 products on a specific landing page, because all of us, even myself, we have problems on deciding, okay? Even people have problems deciding which restaurant to go out to eat. Not even the restaurant, but what kind of cuisine are we having tonight? I always constantly have those battles with my friends that we don't even know where we wanted to eat, and we're like stuck because nowadays we are basically not making the right decision, and when we have too many choices, we rather don't make a decision, right? So this is called indecisive. So if you guys, any of you guys, are basically always having that problem, when you have too many options, you can't decide on what you basically should choose, put it to me right into the comment box, because I myself have that problem too. When I'm given too many choices, I'll be like, okay, I don't know what I wanted to do, and I basically just shove it aside. So with that, even in any online businesses, you want to basically have one ultimate outcome. If you're selling a product, obviously you want one specific product. Now, where would you actually start using products, okay, is when you're running dynamic retargeting ads. Obviously, at the end of the day, you will want to capture basically everyone that's shopping in your store, and the dynamic retargeting ad obviously will help you serve the ad automatically to the products that your visitors are showing interest in your store, okay? That's what you will run. Now, to your other suggestion or strategy that you have about creating a giveaway to actually attract a wave of traffic to your website. The answer to the question is no, okay? And here's the reason why. Number one, Facebook has announced right before the New Year's that they are fighting what we call engagement baits. And giveaways are classified as an engagement bait. So serving that ad or even serving that organic post is going to actually get affected. Now, the second thing is, if you are trying to get a giveaway to actually drive a lot of traffic to your store, you're not going to actually get ones that will actually buy your products. Because in the first communication or the first touch with your customers, you're doing a giveaway. So who are you attracting? You're going to be only attracting people that would just love giveaways, okay? They would just sign up hoping that they will win something. They're not people that would necessarily bring up their credit card and actually buy your product. So if you even create a lookalike audiences of all those visitors and redrive that traffic, you're not going to get the quality buyers that you ultimately want. So again, what you should do is just focus on one product and focus your effort on selling that one specific product. All right, so I hope that helps you out, Antonio. Wing said that I like to call that the CBF syndrome, Fred Lam. I don't know what CBF stands for. I would love to know. So anyways, moving forward to the fourth question of the day is by Stefan Fink. Okay, that's Stefan. All right, Stefan said, hi Fred, can you give us a behavior rules and maybe a template for selling email lists in e-commerce? Thanks. So when it comes to e-commerce, there are primarily, okay, for basics, there are 3 different lists, okay, for basic email marketing strategies when it comes to e-commerce. Number 1, you have your customer list. Obviously, people that actually bought from you. You have a list of abandoned carts. So people that actually went and filled out the form and then decides to actually leave the your store. The third is going to be your newsletter. So in your website, maybe using softwares like Willio or Privy, or right inside your theme, there is a section where people sign up for your newsletter. So these are the 3 different lists for basics, okay? Now, each behavior is very, very different. When it comes to buyers, obviously they already bought from you. And your goal is to actually build a relationship with them and start selling them other products that are similar to what they have bought at your store, right? Now, when it comes to the abandoned cart, again, I normally don't build a relationship with abandoned cart. I just shove things down their throat in order for them to actually become a buyer, okay? That's the behavior. These are basically just prospects interested in your products, interested in your business. All I do is I shove it down their throat and get them to actually become a customer. The third, when it comes to newsletter, or when you actually have Willio and everything, these are normally a mixture of maybe your buyers and your customers. What I normally do is I would actually just send email broadcast to these people, maybe giving them content, or basically telling them a new product has been featured, or basically a sale is actually coming up, okay? Those are the behavior rules. Now, there are some advanced techniques, and obviously it's going to take me forever to talk about it. And if you are a Zeroup member, I did do a weekly bootcamp all about segmenting and what you should be doing with each segment for the advanced segmentation of your email list at the same time. All right, but I believe the majority of you are in the basics, so I hope that already helped you out, Stefan. All right, so moving on to the last question of the day is by Martin Stridham. Awesome, I got the name right. So Martin asks, where can one find product of your store in any niche other than AliExpress? And what is the process that one must follow to approach the owner to request a feature them on your store? What shipping table must one use if you're not using free plus shipping table method and want to sell countries including tier 1 countries? So again, right out of the gate, I would have to say if you are basically just starting out with e-commerce and you want to actually do drop shipping, AliExpress is the best bet for you to go. Now, there are other places like DHgate, which is a competitor of AliExpress that you can actually look at. Now, these are basically marketplaces, so you don't really need the vendor's permission to actually have those products listed. These guys know that a lot of stores are basically reselling their products. Now, outside of those two sites, there are places like Doba.com or WholesaleCentral.com. Those are a lot more expensive, and you may not get as good margin as what you actually get from AliExpress and DHgate. All right. Now, again, when it comes to finding the golden product or finding one product that works, it all drills down to a lot of variables. Like I said, your ad, your targeting, and the product itself. And each person's business is very different. Each angle is very, very different, because a slight change in the ad actually attracts a different set of users, even though, or even separate sets of visitors, even though you are going after the same audience. So with that being said, it really drills down to your testing and making sure that your metric works, okay? It's all about your own metrics, all right? Now, you also have, now when it comes to the shipping table, so I gave you guys a shipping table inside Zeroup Byte. It includes free plus shipping, which is for Tripwire, and it also includes selling shipping or products that you also should be that you want to actually charge shipping. Those pricing works, and those are the pricing that actually I've been using throughout my years of running an e-commerce store. And there is a specific reason why I put that pricing. Is because number one is that a lot of people won't be paying more than what I actually put inside that pricing table, and a lot of people will obviously won't pay would love to pay a lot less for basically smaller items. So I cover all those spectrum from small items all the way to heavy shipping. Now, unless if you're selling something custom, like selling a chair or selling something super heavy, then you would basically decide what you want to actually charge yourself. Now, when it comes to tier 1 countries or other countries around the world, I normally use the exact same shipping table, because on AliExpress and DHgate, you're going to pay around the same pricing for e-packet, okay? You may have like 50 cents to $1 difference, but it's not going to be that drastic of a difference. So you can use the same shipping table for US and for international at the same time. All right? So I hope these questions really helped you out and really answer you guys on this. Let me take a sip of water first. So tell me what you guys think about today's Daily Huddle. You love it, like it, hate it, dislike it, got some comment? Let me know right below inside the comment box on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you guys love this, make sure you actually give me a thumbs up, give me some comment, give some feedback. And most importantly, if you're on Facebook, make sure you follow me on my Facebook page. And if you are on YouTube, okay, make sure you click on the subscribe button and also that notification bell, okay? You got to join our notification squad so that each time I come on live in our Daily Huddle, you will actually get an instant email on knowing when I'm going to come live. So all you have to do is click on that link and you will actually join us right away, all right? Other than that, obviously today is a much shorter section than anything because the questions were actually a lot easier than anything else. And if you guys have not signed up for our digital bootcamp, again, the link is above this video. Click on it, okay? Or if you're on YouTube, the link is right below. Click on it, and you're going to learn the exactly step-by-step in an 8-part video training series where you get to learn how to build an email business using basically an internet and internet access. That's all you really need. Alright, so I got a lot of people on YouTube and not really that many people on Facebook. I don't know why. I don't get a lot of people on Facebook nowadays. Majority of them is actually on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this to actually serve as many people as possible and be an inspiration to as much people as possible. Jose said, keep talking, bro. So, a lot of people want me to keep talking. So, I'll see if there are any questions that I can answer. There's not really any specific question that really came up. So, Joshua said, where can I find training products? Again, you really look at it at Amazon bestseller. You want to look at Wash Account, and you also, most importantly, be in the market yourself. Because if you are actually in your market, you'll be served a lot of ads from your competitors, and you can see what works and what doesn't work at the same time. Okay? So Johnny asked about the free plus shipping. Does it work? Does it still work? It'll always work. It will still work. It won't not work. Again, it all drills down to your data and your product and your ad. That's the most important part. And Chinese New Year, does it affect shipment? Yes. So Chinese New Year is coming up in middle of February. Okay, so you have to make sure that you contact your vendor and make sure you find out when their cutoff is for shipping and when they're going to be coming back to work. Okay, but nowadays, all the people in China, they basically know that businesses is business. They won't be shutting off for like 2 weeks like what they normally do. They may have different shift and they may be closing for like a couple days. And then having people coming back to the factory to keep working. Again, each vendor is different. You gotta actually communicate with your vendor to actually find out. Okay, very, very, very important stuff. Adam said, do you think you can make more money on a higher item or low item? Both. Your strategy, basically for a full Boolean store, is to sell low, mid, and high price item. You want to have a mixture. You don't want to focus on just basically low products. You want to focus on low, hot, medium, and high. So there's a lot of varieties in your store that you can actually start selling. All right. Other than that, listen, that is really it for today's episode for our daily huddle. And if you want your question to be featured, make sure you go to www.fretlam.com/ask and fill that out. If you want to basically find answers to the previous questions that I've answered, all you got to do is just go to my website at fretlab.com. And last but not least, like I said, if you want to get our new training bootcamp and a free course, the link is above this video on Facebook and right below on YouTube. There's a link. Click on it. Just put in your information. 100% free. No catch. No strings attached. No nothing, okay? Just dive right in, and all I ask you to do is to seriously take action. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. I'll look forward on seeing you guys tomorrow, and I will be coming on at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is a Wednesday, and I'll see you then. Bye now.